Everyone believes talent guarantees success. From the moment we are young, this idea is planted in our minds. We watch gifted children being praised. We hear stories of prodigies. We are told that intelligence, skill, or natural ability is the key that unlocks a great life. Talent is celebrated. Talent is admired. Talent is envied. And slowly, quietly, we start believing something dangerous. That if you are talented, your future is already secure. But it isn't. In fact, talent often becomes the very reason people fail, not because talent is bad, but because of what it does to the mind. When life feels easy in the beginning, people never learn how to suffer. And success, real success, always demands suffering. Let me tell you a story, not about success, not about failure, but about the difference between those who quit and those who last. This is the story of a young man named Ayan. From the outside, Ayan looked like someone destined to win. Teachers noticed him early. They praised him in front of the class. They said things like, "He's sharp, he's special, he'll go far." His parents felt proud. His friends admired him. Even strangers could sense it. Ayan had something others didn't. Exams were easy for him. While others stayed up late memorizing, Ayan understood things after one explanation. Sports came naturally. He didn't train harder than others. He just performed better. Conversations flowed without effort. He always knew what to say. People listened when he spoke. Life rewarded him early. And when life rewards you early, it teaches you a dangerous lesson. That effort is optional, because everything felt easy. Ayan never learned how to struggle. He never learned how to sit with discomfort. Never learned how to push through boredom. Never learned how to keep going when motivation disappeared. Why would he? Everything had worked out so far. Talent creates a silent illusion. It doesn't shout. It doesn't warn you. It whispers. Softly. Comfortably. You don't need to try today. You're already ahead. You can work harder later. There's time. And every time you listen, discipline weakens just a little more. Ayan began postponing effort. He stopped preparing deeply, stopped practicing consistently, stopped challenging himself. Not because he was lazy, but because life never forced him to be disciplined. Comfort slowly replaced hunger. Ease replaced urgency. Confidence turned into complacency. And Ayan didn't notice, because from the outside, he still looked successful. Now let me tell you about someone else. His name is Zayan. No one ever called Zayan gifted. In classrooms, he was invisible. When teachers asked questions, his hands stayed down. Not because he didn't care, but because he wasn't sure. He struggled to understand lessons, failed tests more times than he could count, watched others move ahead while he stayed behind. People didn't expect much from him, and when no one expects anything from you, life teaches you a different lesson, that nothing will be given. Everything must be earned. Zayan knew struggle early. He knew frustration, knew embarrassment, knew the feeling of trying and still falling short. But somewhere in that struggle, Zayan developed something rare: endurance. He learned how to sit with discomfort, how to keep going when improvement felt invisible, how to show up even when motivation was gone. Zayan didn't believe success was guaranteed, so he prepared for failure. Here is the real difference between Ayan and Zayan. When talented people fail for the first time, they feel shocked because failure contradicts their identity. They think, if I'm talented, why is this hard? If I'm smart, why am I struggling? And slowly, doubt creeps in. Maybe I'm not as good as I thought. Maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I chose the wrong path. So they leave. But average people expect failure. They don't take it personally. They don't see it as proof of inadequacy. They see it as part of the process. So when failure comes, they stay. And staying longer than others is the most underrated advantage in life. Years pass. Life becomes heavier. Responsibilities increase. The world stops applauding potential and starts demanding results. Ayan faces resistance for the first time. Things no longer come easily. Competition becomes real. Effort is required. And because he never built discipline, every obstacle feels overwhelming. He feels frustrated, confused, drained. He remembers how easy things used to be. And slowly, quietly, he begins to disengage. Ayan quits. Not loudly, not dramatically. He simply stops pushing. Ziyan continues, not because he feels confident, not because he feels inspired, but because quitting feels familiar. And he's tired of it. He keeps showing up, keeps improving slowly, keeps failing and learning. No one notices at first. There is no applause, no recognition, no celebration. But progress doesn't need witnesses. One day, almost without realizing it, Ziyan is no longer behind. He passes people who once ignored him, outlasts people who once looked untouchable, not because he was better, but because he refused to stop. Talent starts the race fast. Discipline finishes it. Success does not belong to the smartest or the most gifted. It belongs to the one who can endure boredom, resist comfort, and stay when others leave. So if you feel average, good. Because average people don't rely on illusions. They build habits. They build discipline. They build resilience. And those things compound, slowly, quietly, powerfully. The greatest advantage you can have is not talent. It's the ability to grow without ego.